we're thrown straight into a terrifying moment. A knife slammed beside someone's head isn't just anger, it's a clear threat of deadly violence. In court, actions like this can be interpreted as assault with a weapon or terroristic threats. Question for you watching: if someone did this to you, would you see it as intimidation or attempted violence?
I was sitting on the couch and he took the knife and he stabbed beside my head and he said, "I'll kill you, bitch."
Was he holding the knife to your throat, saying, "I will kill you, bitch"?
Yes.
And he started beating on you then?
Yes. He scraped my nose, he cut my hand, and I had a slice on my leg.
Then what happened after that?
Had me to go to the bedroom. He made me strip off naked, and he told me he should rape me with the knife that he had.
Mr. Kempton was convicted in 2023 of assault in the third degree. He was probated by this court later and has been on probation since then. This infraction rises.
Here's a key detail that completely changes the legal landscape: probation. When someone is on probation, they're already on thin ice. Even a new arrest or violent incident can trigger a probation revocation hearing, where the judge has broad authority to send them straight back to jail.
Out of an incident on December 3rd, 2025, last year. The officers, Bertram and Lang, were dispatched to the residence of Angela Guerrero. It had been called in, I think, by some neighbors. But when they arrived there, they found her covered in blood, holding her right hand.
On December the 3rd, shortly after 9 p.m., deputies responded to a residence located on East Highway 92 in the Oil Valley Trailer Park. It was in reference to
Wayne County, is that right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
It was reported that a domestic violence disturbance was occurring there. When I arrived on scene and with deputies, shortly after Deputy Cash and Officer Thompson with the Monticello Police Department was present. Upon my arrival, I observed a male subject standing outside the residence near the porch area, which, as I approached the residence...
Notice what the officer points out: the knife lying outside in the driveway. Physical evidence like this can be crucial in court. It helps investigators connect the weapon, the scene, and the testimony. So the question becomes, was this the exact knife used in the attack?
In my patrol vehicle, I then observed a knife laying in the gravel driveway there. We went inside the residence. There was blood all over the floor. Stuff had been broken. There was blood all over the bed.
What is your name, please?
Angela Guerra.
Now, at that time, were you in some sort of relationship with the defendant?
Yes.
What was the nature of your relationship?
It was going fine till...
Was he your boyfriend?
Yes.
Did something happen on that night, December 3rd, that causes you to be here today?
He came home from work. He was on liquor. He was upset about something with his job, and we went to his mother's. Everything was fine, and then when we got back home, I had cooked supper for him, and he just went off. Thought I had a man in the house.
Did you ask him to leave?
I just told him that he wasn't supposed to be a drinking. The landlord didn't want it here, and that's when he just flipped out.
When you say flipped out, what was he doing?
He went to the kitchen, to the silverware drawer, pulled a knife, and he hugged me with the knife.
Was he breaking up your belongings or anything before he got the knife?
He had broke my table in the living room.
Right. And is that when he then went to get the knife?
No, he had already had the knife. He took the knife. I was sitting on the couch, and he took the knife and he stabbed beside my head, and he said, "I'll kill you, bitch."
Was he holding the knife to your throat, saying, "I will kill you, bitch"?
Yes.
And he started beating on you then?
Yes.
He cut you in any other places besides?
He scraped my nose. He cut my hand and, I had a, slice on my leg.
He stabbed you in your right thumb.
Yes.
Then what happened after that?
He made me get up out where I was sitting in the living room, had me to go to the bedroom. He started breaking stuff and he made me strip off naked and he told me he should rape me with the knife that he had.
How'd you get away from him?
When he stabbed himself in the bathroom,
This is a dramatic turning point in the story. According to the testimony, the defendant injures himself, and that brief moment gives the victim a chance to escape. In many domestic violence cases, survivors only get seconds to act. Without that moment, the outcome could have been very different.
he like wilted to the floor. And when he started wilting to the floor, I ran to the back door and escaped.
Where did he stab himself? What part of his body?
In the left-hand side of his stomach.
Is that when you got away from him?
Yes.
What did you do?
How did I do it?
No, what did you do after you got away from him?
After I got the back door unbarricaded, I ran to the next door neighbor.
All right, what, did they call the law?
Yes.
And the officers that came,
Yes.
did the ambulance service come?
Yes.
They take you to the hospital?
Yes, in ambulance.
Only got a few questions for you. You said when Mr. Kempton returned home that he was intoxicated.
Yes,
How did you know he was intoxicated?
because I smelled the liquor.
Did he tell you that he was intoxicated?
Now I could tell.
So when you called the police, what injuries had you sustained at that point?
My hand, I had a cut on my leg and he had scraped the top of my nose with a knife.
That's all the questions I have, Your Honor.
Mr. Hunley?
When you say your hand, is that, you mean your thumb?
Yeah, my thumb.
What kind of treatment did you receive?
They just sewed up my thumb.
All right. Call Deputy Cash, please.
Identify yourself and who you employed in market capacity.
What was your role that night in December of last year?
I was the arresting officer. I was the first one on scene.
All right. Tell us what you found. Tell us about how you were informed of an incident and what you did.
Okay. On December the 2nd, was dispatched to a possible domestic violence out Oil Valley Trailer Park. When I arrived on scene, I went to where the call was initially at. I made contact with the caller. It was the neighbor. She stated that I don't want to mispronounce her last name, Miss Guerrera, had been stabbed. I made contact with Miss Guerrera. She was holding her hand. There was blood
Where
all
was
over the.
she?
She was in the neighbor's house,
right,
in the
go
kitchen.
ahead.
When I made contact with her, she had blood all over. She was holding her hand. She had stated that her boyfriend had stabbed her. She didn't know where he was. She assumed still down at the trailer right next to hers. Then it was at that time Deputy Lang, Deputy Bertram made contact with Mr. Kempton. So contacted EMS for her, made sure she was going to be safe. And when we finally brought her down and she showed us showed me where everything had happened. And
Where had
then
everything happened? What did she show you?
as soon as you walked in, as soon as you walked in the house, there was blood all in. When you first walked in, there was blood all the way into the kitchen, into the bedroom. There was blood all over the floor, all over the bed. There was a knife stab wall in the wall. There was blood on the cabinets. Blood in the bathroom. Everything had been flipped over in the bedroom. And then in the living room, we went in there and there was a coffee table it was a glass coffee table that had been busted. And then at that time, we had found enough evidence. And then we also had found the knife right around that time and then EMS had showed up. It is on body camera. I don't know if it's mine or one of the other two deputies of asking him if he needed any EMS treatment. He stated no. Later on, when I got him to the jail, then stated that he needed treatment for his hand. I ended up taking him down to the hospital for it. I want to say, put some glue in it.
Mr. Kimpton, can you tell us what happened that night?
Yes, I came in from work. I had to go to my mom's to change the breaker in the breaker box. Angela left her phone there and we got back to my house.
And now we hear the defendant's version of events, and it's completely different. He claims she had the knife first. Moments like this create the central courtroom battle. Whose story lines up better with the injuries, the evidence, and the police observations?
She accused me of stealing her phone, keeping the phone from her. She got a knife and tried to stab me. And I rushed to grab her hand. Instead, I grabbed the knife blade.
So you said that she had a knife and that she threatened to use it on you. Is that correct?
Yes.
And during a conflict with her, you grabbed the knife, and that's how you
Well, why
sustained.
don't you let him testify rather
Sorry.
than leave him, and be more helpful?
Trying to grab her wrist, but instead I grabbed the blade.
And then what occurred after that?
As she ran out, ran to the neighbors. Next thing I knew, the law showed up.
That's all the questions I have right now.
Mr. Hunley, you have any questions?
Did you ever take the knife and put it to her throat?
No, sir, I did not.
I think there's been more than sufficient evidence to presume to the crew that Mr. Kempton was present with a convicted felon and was with an altercation and been drinking alcohol and was in a fight there. All those things violate the provisions of his probation, so I'm going to revoke him.